Hey there. Did you know for most of his life, Mike Tyson didn't have a beard, but he had a great bite? Welcome back to Beard Bites. I'm Ahmed, and this is Hadi, and we're just two dudes that grew up playing video games and hanging out.
That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. I like that intro.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
pretty
yeah.
fire. You should have done it
I
with
don't
Mike
like.
Tyson's like lisp. That would have sold it, you know?
Hey guys, I'm Mike Tyson. Speaking of Mike Tyson,
Oh
you watch
my
the fight,
gosh. Okay, well, how was your week?
bro. I asked you if you watched the fight, man.
Oh,
What
you
the
asked
heck?
me if I watched the fight. Oh, I didn't. I watched the fight after the fight because Netflix decided to, poop the bed.
uh, yeah, that was interesting, man. Like it, like, eh, like I would have had better experience watching it on like a third party, like sketchy Russian website that still has
Mm-hmm.
better card info.
But you don't know
But
you don't know what those are. You wouldn't know, right?
allegedly, yeah,
Allegedly,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've seen pictures of what those websites look like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My
Yeah,
friend from school told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool," but I would
yeah,
never go there myself. You know?
yeah. I was just deleting a virus in my pants phone.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
But
honestly, dude,
yeah,
it was a weird fight, but yeah, it's hey man, we got something to talk about at least.
yeah. I mean, it was an exhibition fight. At the end of the day, they're doing it for the money. I think that understanding was there. Dude is 58 years old, man. Like I,
Yeah, that is true, bro. He
oh,
was also he must be listening to this podcast because he also bites on his glove.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to stop.
Yeah.
But
Well,
what's good with you? What have you been watching or playing?
besides Mike Tyson's cheeks, I have been watching.
That's
What have I been
crazy.
watching? I caught up on Arcane. Goated
Okay.
show. Amazing. Really liking it. I have thoughts on it, but we can talk about it later when we get into the Game Awards stuff because it's kind of relevant to that.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I
Um,
I haven't caught up, but I
yeah, I won't
want to.
spoil it. No spoilers for
Okay.
Arcane. Yeah, nothing. Um, other than that, I've been playing RoboQuest. It's like a roguelike shooter. I've been playing Call of Duty, and I've been playing Hades 2 this week, and really liking that rotation right now. Good for that dopamine hit. And
Mhm.
yeah, having fun with those right now. What about you? What are you playing?
Nice,
Oh, I
nice.
also played League of Legends once,
Oh,
twice,
no. Okay.
but you know.
I can't really act surprised. We duo queued, so spoiler
uh,
alert. Yeah. Uh, Honestly, dude, League it really scratched the itch, man.
yeah, too much.
Yeah, I was worried because we booted up and I had my hands on WASD and I was gonna hit flash,
Nice.
um, real quick,
Because of
but
deadlock.
oh yeah, dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
I believe it. But so just League for you?
Oh, I honestly, okay, I've been really getting back into Arkham Knight, to the point
Mm,
that I might 100% it,
okay.
but the only reason I say that is because it runs surprisingly well on the Steam Deck.
Oh,
Like,
really?
honestly, oh, yeah, like, you can easily get 60 frames if you just set everything to normal, even with anti-aliasing on, so I really like that. I don't know if Steam added, like, its own upscaler, like,
Interesting.
FSR thing generically to all of the
Like
games, but it
retroactively type thing.
yeah, 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 but I'm surprised, man, like,
I am very surprised because it runs. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It does not run that well on PS5. I don't
hey,
know what it is, but it just doesn't look as good. So,
you need to go get that PS5 Pro to run,
oh
a
yeah, yeah,
seven-year-old
yeah.
game. Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
PS5 Pro is in a league of its own.
exactly.
You know.
Yeah,
Speaking of
but
league,
oh, yeah.
let's fire. I know. It's pretty fire transition. We can get into the first story, right? Which
Yeah,
is so we'll get into the Game Award stuff middle of the podcast because it's a longer discussion. We'll just knock out something really quick here. Um, Riot Games co-founder, and if you're caught up on Arcane, you know. If you're not caught up on Arcane, then this is not necessarily a surprise to you. This is the final season of Arcane. They kind of said like, "Hey, um, we want." Someone asked like, "Oh, why wouldn't we be getting an Arcane season 3?" And long story short, the guy basically said, "Because there's lots of stories, other stories to tell." Um, which to
Mm,
me, I'm actually really excited for, because if we get that level of storytelling that Arcane has in another league space, like a league, like I guess area, I think it'd be really cool to see.
yeah. 'Cause
Um,
there's so many regions, like, I remember they said they wanted to make a MMO, but that probably got canceled,
yeah,
and the show only shows, like, 2 cities out of, like, a whole massive, like, freaking kingdom map of, like, 5 different continents or something, so
yeah, and they have this world built out, so like I can see them doing a whole nother show, and I'm a fan of a short limited series of 2 seasons. I guess it's not limited because there's 2 seasons, but a series
mhm,
that's, hey, bam, this is the story of, like, Jinx and Vi. Story's done after this season, on to the next. You get good quality, you get, very nice, concise storytelling, and that's it.
mhm.
But yeah, so I'm excited for this. I kind of hope that they give it the same level of quality. Um, I would like to see them explore a different kind of art style for it, just to see like what they
Oh,
could do.
mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
That's interesting. I I mean, I'm down to see more. I think they are able to tell stories that are interesting that aren't just like gamer bait, I guess, where
Hmm.
it's like, "Oh, dude, he said the thing."
Yeah, he said it. He said
Let's
the
go get
line.
dragging, guys. Yeah,
There in the
respectfully,
latest
but,
episodes, I won't say what it is, obviously, but there are bits. There's like straight up bits where it's like, oh, he said it. He said that. They're doing the Wojak, like pointing at the screen type thing.
oh my he got that the blade of the Ruined King?
Is that the League of Legend?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that I it would be cool to see them kinda delve into it and do more.
mhm.
I remember initially that they spent a lot of time and money to get the first, like, Arcane done right, and there's an article about this, I forgot to link it. It was is that someone was like, people were Hollywood, quote, unquote, was criticizing the budget spent on Arcane, which is like 250,000,000.
Oh yes, I
Um
did see this article.
yeah, and which is crazy to think, because that's like someone in the Reddit comments was like, "Yo, that's like the cost of a of the Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie." So it's like,
Yeah.
do you want 18 episodes of Arcane, or do you want another, uh, Dwayne The Rock Johnson and, uh, Kevin Hart movie?
Listen,
And
brother,
I don't know why I'm
I'm
saying
not
The
against
Rock's
it. I'm not against. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I agree with you that like it's little goofy to be like upset about it. I think it makes sense. I think if it's spent
yeah,
on quality, totally works.
yeah, yep,
Um,
yeah.
but then,
Speaking of quality,
oh, okay. What?
oh,
No, no, go,
oh
go,
my
go,
bad.
go. No, no,
I
no,
I did not read you had something to say. I had
no.
something
I
to
had
say,
nothing to
but
say. Go for it.
okay. I was gonna speaking of quality, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're at the end of the year, and,
Uh huh.
this is when everybody wants to name the best of the best and give out awards to the most deserving
Correct.
of games that have reached the quality of high quality.
Mm-hmm.
With A1 transition, bro.
A1, A1. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
take a little bit of a detour. We'll talk about the Golden Joystick Awards first, and then we can talk about the Game
yeah.
Awards, because that Game Awards is going to be a longer discussion, easily, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%.
So Golden Joysticks happened. It's their 42nd annual Golden Joysticks. It happened today, November 21st, at like pretty early in the morning, Texas time at least. So they basically, the way the Golden Joysticks works, and this is really important. It's voted on, from what I understand, like the jury elects what games are in rotation for voting, and then it's a pure fan vote.
Oh, interesting.
So that's something that
That
I
makes so much more sense
yeah.
when I look at
So when we
you.
get to this list, some of you will be like, "What the hell?" But then like it, yeah. So I'll go ahead and start from the bottom up, because we'll do it in order of announcement. Critics' Choice Award, and we may not have something to say about all of these, but Critics' Choice Award, Helldivers 2. Breakthrough Award, whether that's or what's up?
No, no, no. I mean, Helldivers is gonna show up again, so I'll just save my comments there.
Okay. Breakthrough Award, Balatro, and this one confused me a little bit when it initially was announced, but essentially what this award is like, hey, this is like doing something innovative, is doing something new, something amazing in the gaming sphere, to which I personally 100% agree. I think it makes sense. I think it's pretty good in terms of like the concepts introduced. It takes something simple like poker, or I guess I don't know if simple is the right word, but takes something like poker and just switches it up like crazy. You know,
Mm.
makes it addicting like super addicting.
Mhm.
Streamer's Choice Award, Chained Together, which
That's that's like the next freaking
Lethal Company.
getting over it with no, no I was gonna say getting over it with Benny Fodder, the one where
Oh
you're stuck in
yeah.
a pot. Like,
Well,
it's
it's
that
made
kind
by
of
the
game.
same guy, isn't it?
Oh,
It
really?
might be. I don't
I
know,
don't know.
but we
I
can look at it later.
they took QWOP and they just took that essence and just made a game out of it, is
No,
what I
no,
feel.
you're right. 100%. 100%.
Mhm.
I mean that one makes sense. So
Yeah,
now
yeah.
we have the ones with categories that they announce games for, and then I'll say all the nominees and I'll say the winner. So we have Still Playing Award, and this is for console and PC, basically meaning like live service games that are still being played in a rotation from older years or whatever the case is. We have Apex Legends, Counter Strike 2, EA Sports FC, Dota 2, Fortnite, GTA Online, Minecraft, Naraka Blade Point, Roblox, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, and Warframe. Winner, which I'm not really surprised by, was Minecraft in this category. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not surprised. I think it's like a very safe pick,
yeah, because Minecraft, you still have all the kids playing it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have all the old kids playing it. So it's like, I mean, or like Roblox is the kids game,
Yep.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else is kind of fragments everybody, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Because a lot of them, other ones are shooters, and there's like a lot in the shooter space, so it's like I feel like they just
Mhm,
split
mhm.
audience between there. And GTA Online is old enough to where it's like I don't think it's going to win that many stuff at this point in time because it's nearing end of its
Yeah.
life cycle. But you know,
Mhm.
and now we have the Still Play Award for mobile. So the same category, but this one specifically mobile. We have Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, Free Fire, Honkai Star Rail, Roblox, Marvel Snap, Monopoly Go, Mini Motorways, PUBG, Squad Busters, Star Wars Hunters, Subway Surfers, which I'm very surprised to see, and The Sims Mobile. The winner is Honkai Star Rail for this one.
Bro, snubbed. Subway Surfers got snubbed, man.
I see it on the
You're
bottom of all my TikTok videos. What do you
That's what I'm
mean?
saying. How do you think you're telling me that an AI is generating all those videos? You have someone has I've seen so many different iterations of the dude running. Like, I've seen a Christmas, a Thanksgiving, an Easter. I saw a Cyberpunk. Like, dude, this is people are still playing that game, man. This
Yep.
is freaking, I don't whatever, freaking, who makes Honkai Star Rail, dude? I forgot the name. I'm so upset.
Murio?
Yeah.
Hold on. Mihoyo.
Oh, yeah.
Mihoyo. um, yeah, no surprise. Big honkers, Star Rail, whatever is, it's very popular. Best supporting performer, we have Abby Greenland and
Do you want
Helen.
me to just
What's up?
the game? I mean, would you wanna just lift off the game? 'Cause I'm gonna be real, dude, maybe I'm just, like, in my own bubble 'cause I don't know any of these people, bro.
Fair enough. We could just read the winners here. So, best supporting performer, Brianna White as Aerith in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That won that category. Best lead performer is these ones. So we have Cody Christian as Cloud in FF7 Rebirth. The reason I'm reading this one out because like I feel like we know more of these. KG Tang as Ichiban
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Humberly Gonzalez as Kay Vess in Star Wars Outlaws. Luke Roberts as James Sunderland in Silent Hill 2. Melina Jurgens as Senua in Sagas 2. And Sinekoa Martin Green as Alvida in Asgard's Wrath 2. The winner was Cody Christian as Cloud Strife in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm not doubting his performance. Me personally, I'm not a fan of how Cloud sounds in general, just because I feel like the direction is a little like flat. But I feel like that's
Yeah,
also the point. I don't know,
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I was gonna say I feel like I'm getting, like, teenage angst or something from him. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like
Mm-hmm.
or not angst, but just like, I'm gonna talk
Yeah,
monotone."
and I'm also not a huge Final Fantasy like fan in terms of like I'm
Yeah.
not obsessed about it. I haven't played I don't think any of the games really. but
I mean, bro, Ichiban on top, bro.
yeah, that's also
Uh,
part of it.
that's
But it
my
was also the
that's
English
my
voice
bias.
actor, so I don't
Wait,
know if
that's the
that.
English voice actor?
Yeah.
Bro, the English voice actor is so good. I played it in English, man. He's
Ooh. Okay.
he's so good. Because he gives a lot of range. Um, but like honestly, if you were talking like critically, I only played Hellblade 1, but based off of Hellblade 1, like I can assume
It's the same
uh
kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but that one is all about atmosphere and delivery from the character is what sells that game. So I mean, granted, this is a popularity vote in a way,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So fair enough. I mean, like, yeah, I think Cody Christian did a great job as Cloud from what I've seen, and I think he does deserve it. It's just, for me personally, I'm not necessarily a
Mhm.
huge fan, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we have best game adaptation: Borderlands, which was nominated, Fallout, Halo Season 2, Knuckles, which I actually forgot that show came out, Like a Dragon Yakuza, which we still need to see, and then Tomb Raider, Legend of Lara Croft. I'm surprised Arcade isn't on here, but maybe because it's just not finished yet, I think.
I Dude, maybe they're doing a uh reverse Elden Ring Shadow.
Oh, yeah.
You got a season before. Actually, well, no, I mean Halo season 2 is on here. Maybe it's just like yeah, maybe the list was made beforehand.
Yeah, but the winner is Fallout, which easily deserved. Fallout was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Then we have best game trailer, which was a little. I mean, I get it, but I feel like this is kind of a weird category. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like they have a lot of stuff here,
Mm-hmm.
um, like that they went over. Um, even like best gaming hardware. It's like yeah, like I think the golden joysticks kind of
Yeah,
was like pretty in depth here.
yeah. I'm just
Uh,
gonna say the winner for this one. To be honest, I'm not sure if
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah. So this one, best game trailer was Helldivers 2: The Fight for Freedom Begins. Which, yeah, that trailer was like iconic. It was like the propaganda one, where it's like
yeah, yeah,
join the Helldivers, and it's like, okay, like, yeah, I get that's a fair win.
yeah.
Then we have best gaming hardware, and no surprise, the winner is Steam Deck OLED. Yeah,
But they
Steam
got a
Deck.
monitor on there. What
Yeah,
the
I don't
heck?
know what they're gonna expect from that, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, best early access game. This one I was actually when I first
I'm
heard.
actually surprised with this. There's two of them two other games on here that should have like swept.
Yeah, so there's the best early access game nominations were Enshrouded, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, Hades 2, Manor Lords, Lethal Company, and Pal World. And the winner was Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Um,
Bro,
Now,
who's playing Lethal Company right now, dude?
I think it's just like the biggest impact, right? Also, because the thing is with Hades 2, I know a lot of people are not touching it because they're like, I'm going to wait till it comes out. I want the whole package, which, yes, fair enough.
Yeah,
Totally get it.
yeah.
I think Hades 2 was going to take it, to be completely honest. But after thinking about it for a little bit, I'm not surprised Lethal Company took it. What was the second one that you think should have taken it?
No, I was gonna say Power World. Like
Oh,
I'm not saying it's better, but like I feel like more people, like I guess within my sphere, I know more people playing Power World than Lethal Company. But like it's just so crazy. We couldn't even get people to play Lethal Company together. And the game's like $5. Hey, bro, you gonna get it? I'll get it if you get it. And we never got it.
it's like the Spider-Man meme, just like pointing at each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
until someone picks it up. Dude, I
I'm
thought Power
literally
World came
pointing
out
fingers
last
at them.
year. But it came out
Wait,
this
what's my
year.
last one?
Power World? I thought it came out last year.
Uh,
It came out this year, January 19th. Or I think
Hey
so.
man, like it's almost yeah. I mean, I guess it's been almost a full year, so it feels like it's that long.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I was not I'm surprised, but yeah, I can see Lethal Company taking it. Like, should something else have? I don't know. I don't think something should have because it's a popularity vote, right? Like, Lethal
Yeah.
Company took the world by storm for a while. Like, I haven't seen anything like I didn't see Power World take the world like Lethal Company did, if that makes sense.
Oh no, I feel like I'm gonna disagree on that, dude.
Hmm.
Dude, as soon as oh my god, Pokemon with guns, and then
That's true.
but
That's
it
true.
took the world by storm so much that they're getting sued.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like,
You're
I
right.
feel like they I think
But I feel okay. But I feel like it's not just Pokemon with guns, because if that was the case, then people would be like, "Oh yeah, like hell yeah, that's it." But then once the world, what the game is, like it's more so like a Rust clone with Pokemon elements in it. base building and
Oh,
all these. You know what I'm saying?
children
Like I feel
yearn
like
for the mines, man. They yearn
they
for the
yearn. Oh
slave.
yeah, Minecraft Steve. They yearn for the mines.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
um, so now we have best soundtrack. Once again, just Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which yeah earned. They have amazing music. It's it's like a go to soundtrack. It's like a remix of the old stuff and new stuff in here as well. So not surprised about that one. Best indie game was an interesting like category. They had Animal Well, Arco, Balatro, Beyond Galaxyland, Conscript, Indica, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Thank Goodness You're Here, The Plucky Squire, and Ultros. And the winner is Balatro, which yeah, Balatro on top. Not surprised at all that this one won. Um, but the other games on here, from what I've played, are pretty good as well. Like I played Animal Well, I played Indica, and those are pretty good. I've heard Thank Goodness You're Here is awesome, and so Lorelei as well. The best thing with this category is it kind of gives me a list of things to play next, if that makes
Mm,
sense. Um,
yep.
so that one was awesome. Uh, best indie game self-published, and Balatro is not on this list because it technically went through a or I mean, it did go through a publisher, not even technically. So something to keep in mind here. We
Oh,
have
actually,
what's up?
no, I was just being stupid.
Arctic Eggs, Another Crab's Treasure, Crow Country, Duck Detective, I Am Your Beast, Little Kitty Big City, Riven, Tactical Breach Wizards, Tiny Glade, and UFO 50. And the winner was Another Crab's Treasure, which is essentially like a Dark Souls esque game,
Yeah,
Souls like but with like extra gimmicks and stuff like that.
yeah.
Uh,
I kind of want to try this one out, to be honest, because I played another game from this company, like Aggro Crab.
mm-hmm.
That they're the ones that did the Going Under or going. It's the one where like you're an intern in like.
Oh yes, I did play that. That was fun. Yes, I do remember that
They
one.
have a lot of charm in their games, So
Okay. The one that I really want to try is Tactical Breach Wizards. I heard that one is really good. So,
the name sounds interesting. Yeah.
it's basically like a strategy game, like an isometric strategy game, and you play
Mhm.
wizards, but it's like your wizards have military training. So, like, yeah, it's really goofy. Like, I'm not doing it justice by my description. Um, I do think UFO 50 could have taken it as well because there's a lot in that game for the price that you pay for. There's 50 games in there for like such a like minuscule price comparatively.
Yeah, man.
But
Bro,
uh,
you go to Egypt or Pakistan, you can get those off the street, man.
yeah, that's true.
Uh, didn't Soldier Boy have a console that was like that?
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
did. But we don't talk about that.
Soldier Box. It put
Soldier
the games in
Box. Oh God. So next category is best game expansion. This one should come as no surprise as to what's going to win. Alan Wake 2 expansion pass, Destiny 2 The Final Shape, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, World of Warcraft The War Within. No surprise, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree like took this category. I'm sure by swept it. So you know,
I'm
um,
gonna reserve my comments.
yes, we can for the Game Awards, but
All I have to say.
fair enough. So then we have best audio design: Astrobot, Balatro, RoboBeat, Senua Saga 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Still Wakes the Deep. The winner is Astrobot. No surprise,
I
triple.
I'm okay, like because Hellblade is all it is a visual audio. Okay, it's not really visual, it's it's an audio journey more than anything because you're playing as a person that has um not dementia. What the heck is it called?
Yeah,
Schizophrenia.
schizophrenia.
Dude, that'd be one hell of a game if you're
Dude,
playing
that'd
a
be so
game.
scary.
Yeah. Huh?
Um,
Yeah, no, but anyways, yeah, you're playing with someone that has schizophrenia, so the audio like bounces between the left and the right like headphone.
mhm.
So and it has insanely crisp audio. I'm I'm surprised that this didn't get hit, but I mean,
I can see that. Yeah. I say not surprised in terms of Astrobot taking it because it is like
it's a popular, I
it's
guess.
a popularity game. Like a lot of
Yeah,
people, things like that. And it's also like one of those things. Like I don't know a lot of people who played Senua 2, to be completely honest. And it
yeah.
kind of flew under the
I
radar.
I did not play it. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I
I was
played a little bit of it, and I was like, all right, this same thing, and I just kind of didn't,
Yeah.
bother touching the rest of it. Then we have best multiplayer game: Abiotic Factor, EA Sports College Football 25, Helldivers 2, Sons of the Forest, Tekken 8, and the finals. And the winner, which I was surprised to see the finals on here, to be honest. I did not think that it had that clout. Winner was Helldivers 2. No surprise. Took the world by storm.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
no
Yep.
contention. That's
Yeah.
that's earned.
I mean, did they like the one thing I will say is that they could have improved the gameplay loop, but I think having someone play like they made D&D and propaganda cool, you know,
Yeah.
where they had a story master that kept the situations going and made things unique. So it breeds a good environment.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I agree. Then we have best visual design: Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Harold Halibut, Metaphor Refantasio, Senua's Saga 2, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2. The winner was Black Myth Wukong. I personally heavily disagree with this.
Yeah.
Um,
There's one game on here looks completely different than everything else.
I think Harold Halibut should have taken it.
Because Harold Halibut was like a claymation, stop motion kind of game that I'm pretty sure they captured all the animations by hand and then like
Oh, really?
imported. I think so, yeah.
That's crazy.
And honestly, like I was looking at the reviews for this game before I got in.
Mhm.
Bro, the reviews suck, but the art style is good. So give it something, man.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, like Black Myth Wukong, it also looks kind of boring. Like I would prefer Astrobot take it or Metaphor actually take it versus Black Myth, because I feel like Black Myth is like really just gray.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then also this look kind of like a more of it's people's choice, man. So
No, that's true, and that's that. I mean, that I'm not surprised that it won. It's just like one of those things where it's like I would have preferred.
tinfoil hat on. Who has the most people? No, sorry. Okay,
Mm.
tinfoil hat off. I'm gonna stop.
Get this man, get him.
We lost all potential future sponsors.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by Black Myth Wukong, guys. Yeah. So then we have best storytelling. The winner in this one was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay, I'm gonna contradict myself, bro. This is the same story y'all played like 30 years ago. What are you guys talking about? Okay, jokes aside, I heard they did do a lot of story tweaks.
Yes,
But
it
man,
is a different story. It's one of those things where it's a story to where it's like a retelling and revamp of an older story, but it's different, if that makes sense.
yeah, I'm a broken record. Yakuza on top.
Yeah.
The one of the games that made me cry. So that's all I gotta say.
The second one made you cry too?
Yeah, bro. It's just bro Ichiban, man. He's a real one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one is a most wanted game. Can also be translated as most anticipated game.
Bro, just read the winner.
Dog, there's no point. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6. Like
That's the fun of it. Again, please.
yeah, like whatever. Who cares? Like yes, I mean. I'm not surprised to see the second it got announced. I was like, oh, okay, well, why bother reading the rest?
Yeah.
The interesting thing about this one is that they put Hollow Knight Silk Song on here, which I don't know if you know the story about this, but Silk Song got announced at like I think it was a Nintendo Direct I think it's been 7 years. It's been some crazy amount of time. Not a single word about it since then.
Bro, I remember it even showed up on an Xbox showcase, and Phil Spencer was like, every game you saw here will be playable on Game Pass day one coming spring. And then people hey Phil, is this coming out in spring? 100%. Crickets, bro.
Phil's a liar.
Exactly.
We had console game of the year, which I think is kind of strange to have it separate, but actually no, after seeing the PC game of the year, I think it makes sense.
We have a friend that was like, I wish I had a PC or PS5 just to play this.
That's fair. Yeah,
because it did create its own moment, right? Which and this is one of the only games that you can get on except for Astrobot.
Like, yeah. So console game of the year nominations were Astrobot, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Helldivers 2, Prince of Persia: Lost Crown, and Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Winner is Helldivers 2, of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't think any other game kind of deserved it, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. PC Game of the Year. Now, this one was interesting. Animalwell, Balatro, Frostpunk 2, Satisfactory, Tactical Breach Wizards, and UFO 50. Balatro's on everything, so I don't know if it makes sense for it to be in this category. So is Animalwell. Frostpunk, yes. UFO 50, yes, I assume it's on all that stuff. But the winner is Satisfactory, which is, I think, deserved.
I couldn't get into it, man. I don't know. It was just too many things.
It is definitely not for everybody.
Yeah.
But seeing how well it runs for everything that happens in it is what's like I'm impressed by, you know?
Mm.
That's like the biggest thing. But I can understand that too. It's not for everybody. That's like a totally fair, you know, space. Yeah. Studio of the Year, Team Asobi, which made Astrobot. I don't know how they judge this, but you know, it's fine. It's chill. This one was interesting. So this is Ultimate Game of the Year. Nominations are Animalwell, Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty 6, Black Ops 6, Dragon Age of Vilgard, FF7 Rebirth, Helldivers 2, Metaphor Fantasio, Satisfactory, Silent Hill 2, and Tekken 8. Now, before we say the winner, the way they did this on stream, they announced it from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in terms of what was fifth, what was fourth, what was third, what was second, what was first. And they named all these games like they named Helldivers 2, Final Fantasy 7, and there was a second when they got to 2 and it wasn't Balatro. I was like, oh my god, Balatro takes this. Like,
wait, who's number 2?
I don't remember who number 2 was, but I think it was Astrobot. I'll look at it later, but like it was in a way where it's like, oh, Balatro hasn't been announced yet. It could be number 1, you know.
Delusions.
Yeah, I forgot that it was People's Choice, and the winner was Black Myth Wukong, which, you know,
hat on. That's all I gotta say, man.
Listen, I mean, I hear it's a good game, and
bro,
like,
look, I'm gonna say this real quick, bro. They had like broken the record for like the most like the highest peak player count.
Mm-hmm.
And player count was only popping off. Actually, I'm gonna stop, bro. Why do I even get into it?
Bro, a lot of people, you could say like Black Myth Wukong had a big Chinese player base, and that's, you know,
it's the first time I think that their culture got shown correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's like, oh, we gotta support it, and I think a lot of people were also hyped with it.
Yeah, I think I heard it's a great game. I do want to play it eventually, but yeah, like that's the thing. Like, people were like, "Yo, this is my shit," and they ran with it, you know.
Yeah, can you believe Spider-Man 2 is not on this list?
Yeah, well,
sorry.
Oh man. Okay. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. All right.
Hi, Key. Do you want to just hit the big ones on here? Because I think like we probably covered like a good chunk of the stuff, but I think the stuff that we haven't covered, we know what we didn't cover, and then we can dig into it for.
Well, I mean, I have a list of like everything.
Yeah.
You know? So basically, the way we're gonna do this for Ahmed and I talked about it, we'll go through each category and we'll say what we think is gonna win, and then what we want to win.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start at the bottom. Best esports game, and the nominees are Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, and Valorant. I think that League is going to take it, and I want League to take it.
Same. They have actually been doing like changes to make the game fresh. They've updated the maps. They add like new buffs, new items. They're constantly doing champion reworks and things.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, though, CS2 did make a big comeback and like made this whole big thing of, oh my god, we're on the Source 2 engine. But honestly, man, that game frustrates me too much for it to win something. Like,
personal bias. Look at this guy,
dude. It's the stop and go aspect and the. I'm gonna say some words I can't say.
Well, the thing is that I think League. The reason why I think League is going to take it is because they had like a 2 million, like, wasn't it like an insane amount of views for the Worlds tournament that came recently.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I think it was like a record number. So for
yeah.
any esports event ever. So I'm not surprised at all if they win. Most anticipated game nominees are Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, GTA 6, Metroid Prime 4, and Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to win?
Call me Jeff Keighley, because Death Stranding 2, bro. That's
what you think is going to win, really?
Oh, that's what I want to win.
Okay.
GTA 6 obviously gonna win.
Yeah.
Like I care way more about Death Stranding 2.
I agree.
Than GTA 6, man. GTA 6.
Agree.
Like you're gonna have GTA 6 is gonna make you wait in line to go buy a burger to get your health up. They sniff so much of this realism, like stuff, into the gameplay loop that it's not fun. Like for me, GTA is all about doing the cheat codes and seeing how long you can survive.
Yeah. Fair enough. I get bored of the loop personally. I also don't like the controls. We've talked about how we don't like how Rockstar games control.
But I can rant forever about
we will not be ranting about that right now because it's not out yet. Next year when it comes out, then we can rant about it.
Let's do it.
But yeah, I want Death Stranding 2 to be the most anticipated. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be GTA 6. So, it's like a rule with these shows that whenever a Rockstar game releases that year for the Game Awards, so like next year, for example, it's just gonna be all GTA 6 everything. No,
actually no, bro. God of War stopped it, bro. Didn't when Red Dead came out?
Oh yeah,
God of War came up there and anyways.
Fair enough. No,
I
you're right.
was happy that day, man.
Pulled the Kratos and just ripped it in half.
Yeah.
Now we have best adaptation. We have Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, and Tomb Raider. I think that Arcane is gonna win it, but I want Fallout to win it.
Bro, why you copy my answers, man? I actually because I think that it's funny. Someone on the internet was like, game companies are gonna look at this and get the wrong impression, and they're gonna keep hiring what's her face, Ella
Powell or something.
Lead, the lead from both of the shows.
Yep.
Like she's the Vault girl and the voice of Jinx.
She's the voice of Jinx or Vi?
No, she's the voice of Jinx.
Oh, okay.
Vi is Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Fallout is better because it's I can't say this. You're gonna hold this against me. But I think for Fallout they had to start from a clean slate, whereas Arcane they had like they're building on what they have.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
And it just feels like a very fresh, unique. It's so easy to mess this up, but this felt like you were watching, like the different, like the three main characters felt like actually the way people play the game. I don't know how else to explain it. Like it felt very, very tapped in.
Yep. I agree. The thing is, like, it's also like a game that like people really like, or it's a show that people like we're not expecting to be as good as it is, and it is. Like that's the surprising thing. Whereas Arcane, it's great, but it's more Arcane. Like we got some of that last year,
Yeah.
So it's like, or whenever we got it, I guess. Yeah. So then we have best multiplayer: Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, Warhammer 40K 2, or Space Marine 2. Sorry. What do you think is gonna win?
Man. I feel like maybe Mario Party is gonna win, but I want Helldivers to win.
Interesting.
Like sorry, you give your takes.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say I think because Mario Party just seems like they're addressing a lot of the problems that people had with Mario Party. Like, okay, we're gonna remove some of the like we'll make the game a little bit more controlled if you wanted to.
Yeah,
like,
give proper maps, like actual maps type thing.
Yeah, and I mean, who doesn't like Mario Party, bro? Like it's a fun game, but I think Helldivers 2, even though like the game loop like fell flat, it was very unique and solid. And I remember just everybody's like for democracy.
Yeah.
Like it was like an Among Us type game, you know, in that
Mm-hmm,
moment.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I think Helldivers 2 takes it, and I want Helldivers 2 to take it as well. Because the
mm,
thing is, I think, like you were saying, it was revolutionary. It was like the thing that everyone was playing. Everyone loves it. Everyone knows what Helldivers is, you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I watched some of those trailers again. I want to play it again right now. You know, I haven't, but I might just because I'm
Mhm,
tempted.
yeah.
Um, that's how I see it. But, you know,
Mhm,
we'll see. I can see the logic of Mario Party, but I would like Helldivers 2 to win it, and I think they could take it just because of how popular it was.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Same.
Then we have best sports and racing, which I'm down to skip. Do you care about
Yeah,
that?
so
Okay. Best
yeah.
simulation strategy, skip. Who
Yep.
cares? Best
I,
family.
I I will say I think either Mandalores or Frostpunk. That's the only thing I want to say. If I get it right, I get it right. If I don't, then whatever.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I don't have no no takes about that
Yeah.
one. Best family game. Astrobot, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, Plucky Squire, Princess Peach Showtime, and Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Mm-hmm.
I want Jamboree to take it. I think Plucky Squire is going to take it.
Oh, interesting. I was gonna say I think Astrobot's gonna take it, and I kind of want them to take it because I want Sony to stop making the same third-person open world semi-stealth action game that has some crafting
Mm,
elements and has some side quests. What game did I just describe right now? Is that God of War?
uh,
Is it Last of Us? Is it Uncharted? Is it
Ghost of
is
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah,
Is it Days
fair
Gone?
enough.
That's all they make.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I can agree with that. Um, so you're saying you want Astrobot to win, and you
I
think it
I
will
want
win?
Astrobot to win because I think Sony was like, "Hey, let's just give this team." I don't know what the budget was. I'm pretty sure it's nowhere near as big
No,
as
there's
some of
no,
the other
no,
stuff.
of course
So
not.
I kinda want Sony to just, "Hey, just make some double A games, man. Just stop making these live service games. People are telling you exactly what they want. We don't want another Concord. Just
Hmm.
give us, Robot Man jumps in the air."
Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that. Let's see here. Okay, fair enough. Then we have best fighting. This was a little bit of a controversial topic. There's been discussion online. We have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, MVC Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiverses, and Tekken 8. I want Tekken 8 to win, and I think it will win. What about you?
I think Tekken's gonna win.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want it to win?
Capcom presents.
Mm.
Nostalgia's gotten me. I just like to see that it got in, and
You are running it. Yeah, I see you run all the time. I hear your frustration with it. Um,
I'm just that video of the guy that's smashing the keyboard and
yeah.
that's literally me. I'll be getting my freaking assist out, but it's not getting out.
No, fair enough. I think I don't think multiverses should be on this category at all. I'm gonna be honest. It
Bro, I mean,
won,
actually, okay, fair. Okay,
you
I
know,
see what you're gonna say. Yeah.
because if that's the case, then like, what Street Fighter Six had a beta out when Multiverses won? Why wasn't Street Fighter Six? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
Yeah.
like you don't get to take the game down and put it back. It's not a new game. It's the same game,
Yeah.
and you already had your chance. You know?
I'll be honest, they just needed a 5th spot,
Yeah.
and this
Well,
was this
the thing
year's
is, Rivals of
T2.
Aether Two came out. They could have put that in there, like
Fair,
you know.
yeah. I don't like. I guess maybe it's like a radar thing, right?
Yeah.
Because these are kind of. But you're basically Game Awards with Jeff Keighley is basically the electoral college of video game awards. That's basically what it is, man.
Yes, I agree.
So I don't know if these guys are on Steam playing this game that it hasn't gotten like
That's
the
true.
biggest amount of traction, you know.
That's true. Fair enough. So then we have best role playing: Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Fantasio. Oh man, what the hell? I don't know why I put this as. Okay, what do you think is gonna win?
Probably Metaphor is gonna win. I'd like to see like a dragon win. It's probably not gonna win, but um
I think that Like a Dragon is gonna win, or I would like it
Oh,
to win. I would like it to win. Sorry, I'm not
okay.
crazy. I know that FF7 is gonna win. That's my take.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's FF7. I would like Metaphor to win in terms of like if it's not Like a Dragon, then I would prefer it to be Metaphor. But Final Fantasy
Yeah.
is gonna take it, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
just because of the popularity and all the stuff we talked about before.
Hmm.
I don't think Dragon's Dogma 2 should be on this list. I think Dragon's Dogma 2 is dog water.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put Veilguard on here, to be
Yeah,
honest.
same. Like this is like Dragon's Dogma 2 was so boring and so like quick to finish and just not it felt unfinished to play and just yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't think it should be on here. But you know, what do I know?
Yeah.
I'm just a little guy. Okay.
I'm
Best
just a chill
action
dude.
slash I'm just a chill guy. Best action slash adventure. Astrobot, Legend of Zelda, Prince of Persia, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws. I think Astrobot's gonna take it. I would like if Legend of Zelda took it.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you know it's like a thing where Nintendo did something different, and I want them to be rewarded
Mhm.
for it because I didn't play it yet, and I do kind of want to play it. You know, like it looks cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm on the same page, man. Nintendo they're constantly just pumping out like solid 8s every time, you know.
yep, I agree. Best action game: Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40k. I think Warhammer 40k takes it, and I want it to win.
You think it's gonna take it?
I think so.
Hmm.
What about you?
Um, I feel like they're gonna go. I think they're gonna give it to Black Myth, to be honest, because like Call of Duty shooter, Helldivers, it's like the term action game is so broad, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I would say to me, what classifies truly as action is either Black Myth or Stellar Blade.
Yep.
Maybe maybe Warhammer because like that's kind of like an older style shooter. Um, but Stellar Blade, I think has not gotten the clout that
No, absolutely
Black Myth
not.
has got. And mostly when people look at Stellar Blade or think of Stellar Blade, they're just talking about the gooners. There's like, yo, bro, what do you mean you don't like a strong, beautiful woman game character where she doesn't wear any clothes? What? So that's empowerment, you know?
Yeah, well,
And
Goon Squad.
yeah,
There was a story, or not story. There was a I think it was a Twitter post. I can't remember what the game they were referencing was, but essentially it's like I think it was a game of the year. Balatro uh was or something to where I can't remember what, but essentially they were talking about one game getting elected over Stellar Blade. And the gif that they used was like Stellar Blade, like the girl like walking, and it's like they picked this stupid game over Balatro, you know. And someone's like, you could have used gameplay of the actual like action to prove your point, you know.
yeah, dude, that game is so crazy because you know like I don't know if it's like the one hit kill mode or something, but like, they have like like I guess the equivalent of like Kingdom Hearts Proud mode
Mm-hmm.
in this game where you wear like nothing and it's just
Oh
like
well, of course,
it just covers up the bare parts. I'm like, dude,
goon
like
maxing.
yeah, guys, I'm playing the game with hard mode. What are you guys using the turbo for, bro?
Why are your pants?
Mom,
Why are your pants that? I was deleting virus. Calm down. But you know, we'll see what wins. I'm very curious to see. So
yeah,
you said Wukong's gonna take it?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay. I think Warhammer's gonna take it because I think Wukong's gonna take other categories.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, like Warhammer 40k is like such a great action game. Like I think it's fantastic.
Mhm.
Then we have best VR. I'm down to skip.
I want to see it. I want Arkham Shadow to win because that
Oh
okay.
yeah, fair
It
enough.
looks it looks like it's doing a good job. And I played Asgard's Wrath 2. That one made me want to hurl, dude.
Oh,
I got the
okay.
game for free, and I was like, all right, bro, I got to sit down.
Damn. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Then we have best mobile game. I'm not even gonna bother reading out
But
the
you
rest of
already
them.
know. You already know.
Yeah, Balatro's gonna take this easily. I wanted to take it. Balatro deserves all the rewards. Just bam, that's it. You know.
Yeah.
Then we have best debut indie game.
Yeah, which I don't what's the difference between this and just an indie game? It looks the same thing, man. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. Best debut indie game is either Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, or The Plucky Squire. I think Balatro takes it.
Yeah. I would like to see them split the ticket because like Balatro's in the next indie game category or best indie game. So I would like to
I see
see
what you're saying. Yeah,
Animal,
okay.
I would like to see Animal Well take it, but I mean,
But then, okay, so then the next category is best independent game. What does that mean? Like,
I don't know.
yeah, so this category is a little confusing. Let me see if I can find.
Jeff Keighley, come on, bro. You're more like Jeff Seeley with all these Seeley. Goddamn, bro, just shoot me in the foot right
No,
now.
keep going. Go ahead. Keep digging the
I
grave.
can't.
Hold on, let me find it. Let me find out what this reward is gonna. View all categories. Best. What did we just talk about? Best.
Debut in the game.
No. Best independent game.
Independent. Okay, bro. What do you, my brother? What do you think indie means?
Okay, best debut game created by a new independent studio. But then best independent game is for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. But
Okay, so
Balatro
basically,
does have a publisher.
no. So okay, I'm guessing he's saying the best first time making a game category, and then the best indie game category, essentially.
The naming is horrendous. They need to change that.
So debut was like, yo, this is my first ever game I ever made. I'm releasing. This is like the first game on the list. Bam.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So for best independent game, the nominees are Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50. What do you think will take it / win?
Bro, you already know Balatro, man.
Balatro, really? You want you want it to win, or you think it will win?
In either category, I want one of them to be Animal Well, the other one to be Balatro.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I think this one is going to be Animal Well for the win, but I want it to be Balatro. I want Balatro Sweep, so you know.
Because my thought is this: this is the only indie game that's on Game of the Year. Like, so what does that mean to its peers?
That's true. Yeah.
Like by comparison, like y'all couldn't get here. I'm here.
True.
Oh.
Don't try it, Anakin. Yeah, that's fair. I can see that.
Yeah.
So then we have best community support, which is pretty funny. Baldur's Gate 3 with their mod stuff, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky.
I didn't see No Man's Sky on here. What the heck?
Yeah. I don't think No Man's Sky takes it because they got it last year, and I think people are kind of like, okay, like we get it. And I haven't heard as much hubbub about it, but they did do a lot. So,
yeah.
I'm not going to discount it. I don't know if Baldur's Gate 3 takes it, to be completely honest. Just because I think
they just released mod support and added some like new expanded some of the stuff in the game. Like,
yeah, but mod support's pretty huge for a game of that magnitude, you know?
Yeah. I want it to go to Helldivers just for I think his name is like Jason the DM or something.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. That the reason I think it's funny that it's on here is because the community got absolutely tanked by Sony's intervention. You know?
Yeah, it's such a community game, but the community hates a lot of aspects. Like they're like, oh my god, F this. Why did they nerf this gun? But then also it's like there's such camaraderie there that it feels so like tight knit. I don't know. Yeah, so you said which one do you want to see you take it?
I want Helldivers 2 to take it, but I think Final Fantasy 14 will take it.
And then they're gonna release it on mobile, and then next year is gonna be best mobile game of the year. Blah, blah, blah.
Yup. I agree. But then we have best ongoing game: Destiny 2, haha, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. I think Fortnite takes it, and I think it should take it.
Yeah. The thing, Fortnite is doing too much, man. But
okay, Unk. Sorry, brother.
yo, what the hell is cranking a 180? What the heck?
What do you mean they're popping 180s on my face? What is going on? Just like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's also cranking 90s, dipshit. So
Bro, I go so hard I do it twice, man. Look at what the heck?
nice. You do it wrong, brother. That's what happens. That's why you never win. That's why you don't have any victory royales, you know?
Nah, bro. I honestly I feel like Fortnite would have the legs to sustain
Mm.
and metaphor. I mean, I think we've talked about that. I don't know if I said it on the pod, but like, like this is the only game where you can. I've never ever seen Marvel and DC in the same spot.
Mm-hmm,
You know,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
like you're telling me, friggin' Superman and Spider-Man can do a TikTok dance together.
They can gritty?
They can gritty. He can do the Carlton.
The
He can do the freaking
stanky leg.
the stink. Yeah, you can do the Snoop Dogg dance, and then the freaking what's that TikToker? That whatever, man. One of those TikTok girl dances.
Your
Yo.
Unk status is showing heavily, brother.
Oh my god, yo, shut up, man. Bro, the day simpler is when we had golden scars, bro. What the heck?
Yeah, fair enough. Back when it was just Orange Justice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Fortnite probably takes it in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess I wanted. Yeah, I wanted Helldivers to take it just because it's doing something new.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's been like my whole. Anytime I justify anything for Helldivers has been, oh, they're doing something new. I maybe just one justification
Keep that
or
energy
just for
then.
them.
Okay, keep that energy.
Nah, wait, yeah, shut the fuck
No,
up.
no, no, keep that energy. It's okay. We'll talk about it. So I'm gonna
They
skip.
did something new.
We'll get there. I'm gonna skip the next three categories: games for impact, innovation, accessibility, and best performance. I don't personally have a take on these. What about you?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. So then, best audio design: Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Senua's Saga 2, Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, bro. The audio design in Black Ops, the footsteps crazy, man.
Ooh, you can hear the Omni movement, you know?
They have, it's so crazy. They put the premium audio behind another tier.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, they did that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
that's how good the audio is.
Yeah. No.
The 250 gig download, 30% is just the audio files, bro.
30% is the game, the rest is the audio files.
Yeah, bro, your iPod Shuffle is going insane.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I think Senua takes it.
same.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Moving on.
Yeah.
Best score in music: Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor Fantasio, Stellar Blade, and Silent Hill 2.
I haven't listened to the music, so I can't really say, but I would assume, based off of colors and vibe, I would say Astrobot.
Really? I'm gonna say FF7.
I mean, I feel like FF7 is the easy one because it's all. I feel like there's a lot of old like themes that they can just tune up to 11 with like just putting a orchestra behind it. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but Game Awards, they go crazy for that, you know?
Yeah.
They're
They
like,
got.
oh my god, he's
Now
got the harp.
Yeah. Oh no, the flute dude.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Just like losing their minds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good music. I won't deny they have good stuff in there. So we'll see, I guess. Best art direction: Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Metaphor Fantasio, or Neva. What are you thinking?
I think it's either gonna go to Astrobot or Metaphor. I would like to see Astrobot.
Okay.
Because I think you don't see colorful games as often.
Yep.
So it'd just be nice to see something nice.
I loved Astrobot's design. I think it's really cute. I think it's like really nice to look at. It's like a good Mario level, you know? It's just like nice to be there. I think same vibe, you know? But I think so I want Metaphor to win just because of like how beautiful it looks and how stylized it is and stuff like that. I think Black Myth is gonna take it.
For art direction?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh,
because it's touching things that like people haven't like, and you could disagree. That's fine. It's just one of those things where I think
no,
it's
no,
kind of
no. I mean, it's interesting because you're saying like, oh, like we're seeing like a different like like representation of like Asian culture that like hasn't necessarily been there. You know, like you see a lot more, I guess, fantastical creatures in like the different representations, like so I could see that, I guess.
yeah. So we'll see. Best narrative: FF7 Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Fantasio, Senua's Saga 2, Silent Hill 2. I
Bro,
want Like a
Silent
Dragon
Hill
to take it.
2, same. Silent Hill 2, bro, go play it on PS2. Final Fantasy 7, go play it on PS1. What do you?
I think
Like,
Final Fantasy 7 is going to take it. I'm going to be honest with you,
yeah,
Chief. Unfortunately, I think it will take it, but
yeah,
I want Like a Dragon to take it so bad, dude.
yeah.
I'm so
I
excited.
I just want uh re. I can't even pronounce the fucking studio's name. RGG Studios.
Rio ga Gato, whatever.
Will you Google you?
We,
Yeah.
whoa, hey, whoa, wait.
Ryu Hadouken.
Yeah, there
No.
you go. Fair enough.
I just want them to get some love and respect because like I feel like single-handedly, they saved Sega, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
Sega's been on the downfall. I'm not gonna make a Sonic joke here, but uh, anyways, I don't even know why I said it, but they have like besides this, they've landed. They made so many flops that it's so bad they lost the console war. Then they had
Mm-hmm.
the game and it dropped. They had the best tennis game and it's gone. And they had one of the best fighting games and it flopped. But they're actually bringing it back now, Virtua Fighter.
Oh,
And
are they?
yeah. They literally just had a release or a
Oh,
trailer
okay,
right before.
okay.
And then they're about to go bankrupt probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then one dude, actually not one dude, a couple of dudes just saved the company with this game, man. And they spawned the series.
True.
And they're actually like iterating on in a way that is fun.
Dude, the formula change was wild because you played 6 and you're like, okay, cool. That 7 is even more of this. It's like, no, 7 is now a turn-based RPG. And you're like, huh?
Yeah, we just decided that.
Yeah.
April Fools, and we're committed to the bit now.
Yeah.
Actually.
Well, so we'll see. I think FF7 will take, or I think FF7 will take it, but I want Like a Dragon to take it for sure.
Yeah, same.
Best game direction: Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, or Metaphor Fantasio. I think Astrobot. I want Astrobot to take it. I think. Man, I don't know. I think Final Fantasy VII will take it, or I think Elden Ring will take it actually.
I feel like Metaphor might take it because
So?
I look at game direction as, hey, here's a blank piece of paper. What do you want to draw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what map, like how are you gonna lay the foundation for things moving forward? And I think because there isn't really a best game design, but I'm interpreting this as that.
I see. I can see that. Yeah. Okay.
I would say for me, Balatro, the dude did like crack shrooms, drank a cup of coffee, and then made the game. Then designed the game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because how do you come up with this and in a way that it works and it doesn't break? Like the fact that you can score infinite points and the game still runs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if your computer physically cannot count how many points you scored,
Mm-hmm.
hey man,
Mm-hmm.
the game's still running. You know?
Yeah.
And just how like the synergies of the decks play together and the jokers play together, and just all of it feels so good, that like okay, I'm gonna be reductive here.
Mm-hmm.
Astrobot, yo, that's kind of like Mario. Black Myth, yo, that's kind of like Maybe is that like Dark Souls mixed with like Dark Souls boss rush?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Elden Ring, that's like Dark Souls. Final Fantasy 7. That's like slower paced action game because you can go into a turn-based mode. Metaphor, oh, that's just basically like Persona, like
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
style of game. What's Balatro? Like there is no other game that they could have said, hey, I want to. I mean, like sure, poker, but like there isn't.
The OG game.
Yeah, this is bro. This is gonna be the new Strand type game, the new Souls like game.
Hmm.
No, I'm joking, but
There will
but
be
it's
trend
really like a
chasers.
very much like the genre defining thing, like there isn't anything
Yeah.
else like.
Okay. Yeah, you've changed my mind. I'll put Balatro for this one. I want it to win. I don't know if it will win. I think Elden Ring will win, though, to be honest.
Maybe, yeah.
So then we
I
get
guess,
to
yeah.
yeah. So then at least it's the game of the year. The nominations are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor Refantasio. I think Astrobot is gonna win. I desperately, desperately want Balatro to win.
You think Astrobot's gonna win Game of the Year?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's gonna take it. It's a very safe, fun choice.
That is interesting. I thought you were gonna say Seven Rebirth
No. I don't think 7 takes
or
it.
Metaphor. I don't know. Because I've seen a lot of people saying Metaphor is the like top 3 or top 2 games they played this year.
Yeah.
I like it's not my style of game, so I can't. Like,
That's the thing about these award shows. Is like, there's no way you're gonna be able to play everything and judge it fairly based off of that.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, like that's part of it. But
look, there is okay. Like I think probably 7 is gonna win it.
mm-hmm.
I want Elden Ring to win it.
I don't want Elden Ring to win it at all.
There is something to be said that this has so much aura that everyone collectively said, "Wow, this is better and has more value than some of the games that y'all are bringing out right now."
No. In the sense of yes, it to prove a point to say like how is this DLC better than these full price games? Absolutely, I agree. But to crown it as game of the year, personally, I don't agree with that. I think maybe have a category like we talked about before of best gaming thing that came out this year.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. But to put a DLC, because then the thing is like it's such a weird change for this rule for this game, because last year when Cyberpunk DLC came out, the same discussion was had and the statement was said, no, it's a DLC, we're not doing it. It's like, okay, well, why not that? Well, why did not that one but this one?
Yeah.
Fair.
I think it's because actually let me see, because I think right now they had to they like three of the biggest games I think this year are in some way or fashion like non-original ideas, right? Silent Hill 2 is a remake, right? Which I hear is really good. 7 Rebirth remake.
Yeah.
Right? So someone can be like, okay, like how this is coming from this is like a couple years back when like RE4 remake was up. And people are like, no, get that out of here. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean RE4 remake? And you guys had so much time to perfect the blah 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 blah. And like, give it for somebody that deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that, but like now I think we're at a stage in gaming where we can I don't want to say it's good, but we are going to be in a spot where there's going to be a lot more remakes, not necessarily remasters, right? Where they're going to say like, hey, we have this base, we're going to add a lot of quality of life, update the engine, update some of the game flow, kind of like how RE4 remake did it, and then push that out, right? I think like you take a classic, repaint it, and I think that's the sense of where things are, right? Because like games are getting a lot more expensive to make, and arguably you can't be, I don't want to say you can't be unique, but like we're at a point where like a lot of stuff sort of looking the same, and if it's gonna cost so much to to do all of these new IPs and do a lot of research. Okay, it's probably going to cost half as much to make something off of what fans have been asking for and just push that out, right?
The thing is, it's not, because like Final Fantasy VII is becoming such an insanely expensive project to make. They did not meet their like goals for profit for this game. Not to say that they were under, like they lost money on it, but they definitely did not make anywhere close to it. And it's
Okay,
because they keep expanding on this idea, like, oh, we can remake an old one and just pump it full of stuff. Like the one issue that I heard about this one, is that it's full of bloat. Like there's so much like crap to do in the game that people are kind of turned off by the amount of stuff that's in it just for the sake of having stuff in it.
yeah,
You know?
like they did it wrong because they said, "Oh, this game is going to be like 3 games." Why would you take a game that fit on like 1 or 2 PS1 discs?
I think it was two, but yeah.
Yeah, and just, hey, we're gonna make it into like each game is now like 60 hours long.
Yeah, here's the
You're telling
thing.
me
Yeah.
I'm gonna play like a 180-hour game just
Mm-hmm.
to just understand the story of something that fit in like this section? I think it's too much, man.
No, I
But,
agree with you.
but
But what
I'm
I'm saying
thinking
is
something like
like,
the RE remake or something like that, right? Like that exists, and like Silent Hill 2 remake, MGS3 remake. Like this is
I think remakes should be their own category. I don't
fit,
think you
like
have to have 6 games in this game of the year category. Yeah, I don't think you need it. You have Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, and Metaphor. And you even have like a dragon. Like, you don't have to give it, like, yes, I'm not saying that these games are not industry defining games and that they're not like, Elden Ring, amazing, fantastic experience. But I would argue that Elden Ring isn't doing enough new things to separate it from Elden Ring to be like, oh, like
uh,
it's more Elden Ring. And again, Elden Ring is fantastic,
well,
but we
okay.
have
I
other games that came out that are like much more different. Like Astrobot, Balatro, like even Black Myth Wukong, like,
like
like I don't know.
I get you. Okay, I get the point of, hey, like we want a moment on the podium to recognize newcomers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, you did something new. We wanna reward you and give you the recognition.
Yeah.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, to me, this was like like the best gaming thing for me. Like so, and I think a lot of people had that sentiment as well, right?
I disagree actually. Here's the reason, right? When you say best gaming thing, think about it from this perspective. This list is announced, and or okay, yeah, this list is announced. People were like, Astrobot, yeah, I've seen that. Black with Wukong, cool, I've seen that. Yeah, Shadow of the Erdtree, yeah, it's just more Shadow of the Erdtree, like whatever, like who cares? Or not who cares, but rather it's just more Elden Ring, which is a fair take. I think like, yeah, it's just more Elden Ring. I
Well,
don't
I
personally.
feel like just to call it more Elden Ring, like it's not capturing the whole context of like what the game did. Like I feel like it's
But that context was captured. I'm saying it right now. That context was captured when the game first came out. I don't think that it was the same level as when the Shadow Erdtree stuff came out, and it's great. But I don't think the love and like the everyone's on it and all this stuff, it wasn't as big as originally when it came out. Like that's my take.
I don't know.
Like yes, Kai said I
Okay,
did play it, and I'm not
like
denying that he brought a lot of publicity to it, but I don't think that's like the metric for like, oh, this is like, everyone, you know all that stuff, everyone loved it, everyone, is in on it, like it's a phenomenon, like
I
I
mean, well,
personally
none of
didn't feel
other
it.
these games are phenomenons.
Hmm?
Like none of these other games are
No,
phenomenons.
no,
Like
here's the thing, I think
Black
here's the
Myth
thing.
Wukong was broke records because like a lot of people, like a lot of Chinese players got on Steam
Right,
and hopped off.
that's why I'm saying I think Astrobot is a phenomenon to where it's like it's Sony's like first take at a first party like game where it's like a straight platformer and everyone's like, holy cow, this is amazing, like this is really good. But I genuinely think, and not even like capping, not even trying to be like biased, I genuinely think Balatro is a revolutionary like game, in a sense that like, dude, people like, just when this list came out, people are like, what the hell is this Balatro game? And there's like an argument on Twitter, like, oh, haha, like seeing these people who ask what Balatro is, they don't know. Those very same people are like, man, this game must be like dog water. It's just a poker game. And then within an hour, people were like, holy shit, like I get it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. Like, okay, let me if they came out and like, okay, because they could have easily just did what Activision did with Modern Warfare 3. Hey guys, crazy thing. Here's a brand new game.
Yep.
There you go. It's a game, not expansion,
Yeah.
not a DLC. Would you have any qualms with that?
I wouldn't, but I would say that new game, like, I don't know if it would get as much hype. It would be good. It'd be a lot of fun, but I don't think that it would be like I think a huge part of what makes Erdtree so good is that like it's a continuation and like closing off threads and expanding a little bit on the gameplay aspects of the base game. I don't think it would hit as hard if it was its own separate thing. Just like the Miles Morales expansion, great game. I don't think it hits as hard as the original Spider-Man.
I mean, I feel like they added a lot of unique areas to the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
They added like again similar in like this similarly deep, confusing freaking side quests that you have to go and like look up a wiki for.
That's true.
They added so many weapons, so many armor sets, and I think it just gave something like more good that was. If I'm at a restaurant, I had a steak, and I order more steak. I mean, I'm happy.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not good. I think it's great. It's just one of those things where I don't think there's a shortage of games where they have to bring a DLC into this category. I think if they had a like best gaming release of the year, I would give it to Elden Ring easily. Just because of like, again, it was great, it was really fun, but I genuinely think that like I don't know if it deserves to be in this category specifically. Side note: Google wants to correct Erdtree to Nerdtree on the Google Doc. So
Got him, nerd. Get out of here. Wow. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. The thing is, I think, because they could have half-assed this like DLC, and it could have been bad. But like the fact that like they made this.
Well, the thing is, From Software never half-assed their DLC.
I'm just saying, like the fact that they made this, and it was like, I would argue it's better than the base game.
Ooh.
Like the story, a lot better, a lot more cohesive to follow. You have characters, NPCs that you kind of vouch for. Like there's times where like, yo, hey, before the Mesmer fight, right? You go meet up with the NPC that was from the Crucible, right? The horn dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, and so you have the option of like, okay, do you pivot one? Do you pick it's like her name's like the Needle or this horn dude, and then it's like, okay, it gives you forks in the road, and that impacts the final, like up to the final battle, what you have to do, and the twist that you see at the end, and how you can piece the story together if you're following along. Like you don't have to read the item descriptions anymore. You don't have to watch a Vati video to know what the heck's going on. Like, wait, it's not like Dark Souls 1 where like, wait, I'm the bad guy now? What the heck? You mean I have to just sacrifice myself? But so I felt like this one, like the fact that FromSoft could have just phoned it in, like, hey guys, here's another swamp level. I mean, they did give us a swamp. Here's a swamp level. Here's some dogs. Here's a couple of items. All right, here's a boss or two. All right, go knock yourself out.
Well, that's what they did.
Nah, bro, you're capping, man. That's like 50 hours, like 40 hours of gameplay. Man, just whatever.
There are
like
2 swamps.
There are 2 swamps inside of me. But
They're both fighting for
that's
Dom.
how the nah, I don't know. I I I do agree with you. I think we need to have a pedestal for teams in companies that make new games,
Mm-hmm.
right? You want to reward this stuff, but also at the same time, like I feel like it, like having it be in best expansion, like expansions, dude, like DLCs, like they they are not, they don't slap as hard, man. And like
Mm.
I think we're in a golden era because we just got Cyberpunk last year. Like we got Phantom Liberty, which is like the swan song comeback kid moment for CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
And then we got back over here to um what is it called? Um Shadow of the Erdtree, right? You're not gonna see this every single year, man.
That's true. Yeah.
And when something like this hits, you're only gonna see it, it's gonna stand out. You like I don't think there's gonna be any moment of time where you're gonna see two items like two releases like Phantom Liberty and Shadow of the
Phantom
Erdtree.
Widowy.
Phantom Widowy, dude. What the flip?
You what the
You're
flip?
not, you're not gonna see those two releases next to each other because it takes a lot of care and effort to craft this stuff. Like almost
Hmm.
on par with making the game itself, right? Like which I don't know. I feel like they hit the nail on the head so well that they captured like the feeling of this game and like why people love this series
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and, and
No, fair enough.
it needs to get recognized but if it gets recognized as just a DLC, you're sitting out there is like, well, what other DLC came out? I don't know.
Stellar Blade got a Near Automata DLC, bro. What you mean?
Oh, you're telling me I can look up the script now?
Actually, no. I think I saw a post on Twitter where someone's like, "If you try it, she'll beat your ass,"
Yeah.
like in Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like you see, they knew the Gooners wanted this,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but you know what Gooners want more of?
Balatro.
Dark Souls 3. I don't
No,
know.
no,
Come on.
Balatro. Listen, real quick. Balatro surpassed Minecraft on the App Store, which is like, think about that. Conceptually, think about that. That Minecraft was unseated by Balatro on the App Store, where kids have like, dog. It's happening. Balatro
how
Goaty.
So you're telling me kids are gambling?
Yeah, absolutely. They yearn for the tables. They yearn for the craps.
Dad, can I get access to stake.com, please?
But we'll see where that goes. That's just a short story I wanted to bring up. But you said something about remakes, right?
Well, I was saying the folks yearn for more Elden Ring, and so it seems like
like they are going to be they might be remaking. So I guess for context, Nick Baker, who was a gaming insider, what's up?
I think it's a remaster.
Oh yeah, remaster. Sorry. Baker said he had been informed by a source that a remaster of Dark Souls 3 was in development right now. Outside of this, there's nothing else concrete besides just like, hey, I think this is happening. Very interesting one to choose. It is really good, but Dark Souls 3 is really fun. I thought it would make more sense for them to do one.
Yeah.
But like,
they're working backwards, man. They're like, we're gonna hit you with the. You know how people argue about what order to watch, like Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's what. Hey, which Dark Souls? Hey, bro, just
do this way.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's just because I think a lot of DNA from Elden Ring and
translates.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. They're counting down. They'll do 3, then they'll do 2, then they'll do 1, and then they'll release Bloodborne. It's a big ploy.
You're right.
Yeah, I know.
You should have seen it from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, so 3, 2, 1, 0. oh, we lost the source code to Bloodborne. I can't even play it if I wanted to. What do you mean you want
Yeah, well, speaking of Bloodborne, Sony is in talks to buy Kadokawa, which is the owners of FromSoft. But that I don't think that would be good.
to? Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this mega corporation BS. And I think the issue is that also they're doing it for the media stuff, not necessarily just Elden Ring. Kadokawa owns like the YouTube or has a big stake in the YouTube in Japan, and
Mm,
it's really really popular and has a really big hold on the anime and movie industry in Japan as well,
interesting.
and anime distribution in general. So they already bought Crunchyroll, I think, and they kind of screwed that up. So I don't trust this. I don't think it's a good idea, and we'll see what happens. They haven't signed off on it, but the Kadokawa kind of came out and said, yeah, there's an intent to sell or there's an intent to buy from Sony. So
Yeah, yeah. I think Sony owns like 20% or something already.
yeah,
Which I don't know, man. Like I like because there was like the play right now is especially to go multimedia, right?
mm-hmm.
Uh, and I think Sony has their fingers in like all these pies.
Yep,
Like they want to take their existing IP, uh make games, make shows out of them.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But also like Sony as a parent company owns like all these like record labels and stuff, right? So they're very much I guess like want to
I mean,
plant
they
their
own
support.
UMG, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
so they're
And
just
like
trying to.
I'm pretty sure they own like a lot of like DC music too, right? Or is
Yep,
that just T
yep,
series?
yep. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they do.
So it's
So I guess we'll see where this goes. I hope it doesn't go through, but probably will.
I yeah, I don't want like Sony is like just like going crazy with just exclusives. Like
Mm-hmm.
they are like they pay Square Enix to get exclusives. Like
Mm-hmm.
they pay all this stuff, right? Like I don't know. I was gonna make a joke about like give it to Phil Spencer, at least it'll be on Game Pass. But but then he also just like nuke
Yeah,
Epic with
well, I don't know, man. Their newest marketing campaign. I don't know if you saw this. I added it kind of late to the docket. This is an
yeah.
Xbox. Basically, it's a
Mhm,
really strange. I mean, okay, it's not a strange idea. It's nice in concept, but like
mhm,
I don't know if it'll work. Basically, they said at Xbox, we're building a future defined by player choice where people can play their favorite games, discover new adventures, and connect with friends, whether and wherever and however they love to play. We also believe that gaming should be easy to access and available for everyone. So whether you have an Xbox console, play on PC with Samsung Smart TVs, handhelds, mobile phones, Amazon Fire TV, or Meta Quest, playing with Meta Quest headset with Game Pass Ultimate, you can play with Xbox. So
mhm,
they basically they want to, I think they're just doubling and tripling down into this Game Pass available for everywhere.
mhm.
So,
Because if they're looking at this from like a software perspective, it probably would make a lot more money like from a licensing play kind of thing.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, I like a lot of people were saying that the concern is what does this mean for Xbox as a brand, right? Like, is this gonna be the way of what happened with Sega? Like, there's no more Dreamcast, and
Mm-hmm.
like, are we gonna lose a console maker here? And I think Phil Spencer was saying that they wanna keep making Xboxes, and like make devices where you can play games. Um,
Yeah.
the part that's weird to me is that I don't fully feel the need to play on cloud, right? But then that doesn't mean that there's other people in the world that don't want that, right? Like
Yeah.
I think maybe, like I'm just not seeing it.
We know a guy who uses the cloud gaming and he's like a big fan of it. And so
Mhm.
for casual players, it makes sense. I think this is a smart move in terms of like letting people play games wherever and whenever on
Yeah,
whatever system. I just don't know if it'll work in the long term,
yeah.
you know.
If they it, like they because there is a rumor that they are gonna release a local game like a Steam Deck competitor. I think that would be like like that would be amazing
Mm-hmm.
to have. Because ultimately, I like the current form factor is the current meta is going for the local gaming, and that was the downfall of the Vita. It didn't have any games. The 3DS, which is much more inferior, had a lot of games, and kind of fit into the culture, like in Japan, where people just pick up and go.
Yeah.
So I think if they can nail that down, plus Game Pass locally, and with game streaming, like that would be great. But also, it does look very jarring for them to say this when they're getting like dunked on like 8-1 in the console
Yeah.
war.
So we'll
But
see. I don't know, man.
maybe this is just a graceful way of them saying, "What console war? I'm not even in here."
Yeah, we're
It's like,
talking about it's like J. Cole, like, man, that gave me bad vibes, man.
yeah,
Like
or it's like you're playing tag here. I quit. I
I quit.
quit.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Yeah, there you go.
Teacher. That's,
Just kind of pussing out. Yeah.
yeah, that's Phil Spencer right now.
You know who did quit, and this will be our final story, Gabe Newell.
Mhm,
But it's a good kind of quit. So there was a Half-Life 2 documentary that came out on Half-Life's, I think, 20th anniversary.
mhm.
And the discussion obviously came out and said, hey, like, why'd you stop at episode 2? And the answer is something that I actually really appreciate. Did you get a chance to read this quote?
I saw a snippet, but I didn't see the full quote.
Okay. The quote is this. This is from Gabe Newell, who's obviously the CEO and co-founder of Valve. You can't get lazy. Or Newell explains that he calls his personal failure near the end of like the video. Basically, he's saying like, he explains why they didn't do episode 3 of Half-Life, because obviously episode 2 leaves off on a cliffhanger and everyone wants Half-Life 3. He says, you can't get lazy and say, oh, we're moving the story forward. That's copying out of your obligation to gamers, right? Yes, of course they love the story. They love many, many aspects of it. But short of saying that your reason to do it is because people want to know what happens next, you know, like we could have shipped it, like it wouldn't have been that hard. You know, the failure was, and my own personal failure was being stumped. Like I couldn't figure out why doing episode 3 was pushing anything forward. That's something that, and he also goes on to say, like, you know, we didn't try new things. They wanted to do like an ice gun, they wanted to do different things. That kind of, basically he's saying like we didn't do episode 3 because we couldn't push the genre forward in a way that
Mhm,
mattered, you know.
yeah.
um I would argue Half-Life 2 at the time when it came out pushed the genre forward and did something
Mhm,
different that hasn't been done before.
mhm.
And then Half-Life
Yeah.
Alex came out.
Yep. Yep.
um and I loved Half-Life Alex. I mean, what do you think?
No, I definitely agree, and I think that same philosophy is why they invested so much into VR, because they said, "Hey, here's this new medium. There are no rules for how you're supposed to make a game like this. There's no design rule book. Let's tinker around and let's make the design happen." And
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, I think Half-Life Alex is the like bar none. Like it's been how many years since this? It's been like 4 years since this game came out.
Yep.
Still the best VR game ever, and not just because of the Half-Life story. It's like no, it's they thought of everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
they, from a physics perspective, from how people are going to interact with the game, and in the virtual environment, it just uh, feels so well thought out, and like that they did
Innovative.
innovative, and they did it with intention, right? So I can definitely see where he was like, I didn't have anything to add, so I just stopped.
Yep.
Like I respect that, because ultimately it's all about um that's crazy. Like I look at me just adding more to something when I am brain farting right now. Uh,
You can't work at Valve. You're fired.
Gabe Newell, yeah, honestly, Gabe Newell's gonna come beat me up.
Yeah.
We're in the same city, so he knows where I live.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah,
oh, he
he
hand
has
delivered
my
your Steam Deck,
Steam,
right?
yeah, he has my Steam payment information. He
There.
knows my billing address.
um,
No,
but yeah, long story short, like I think it's a very good philosophy to follow. That if you can't bring it forward, like yes, of course I'm bummed that we don't get Half-Life 3 or episode 3, whatever. But at the same time, like I respect the thought process, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see where it takes us. What are you going to be playing this coming week? Anything interesting? Anything?
I am gonna be playing Arkham Knight on the Steam Deck. When
Mhm.
I get back, I wanna jump into Stalker 2.
Okay.
Uh, we got a freaking whole acronym like freaking like Agents of Shield, bro. STALKERS
Mhm, mhm,
dot
mhm.
2. I don't know what all the letters stand for, but I mean, I'm just here.
Stupid tinkle
Alright, we got
ass.
that right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be playing more of the same, to be honest. Maybe more Balatro to kind of help it win Game of the Year. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna support. I'm gonna be the one guy be like Balatro. So
Poor
you know,
Jimbo.
but yeah, but yeah, that's this week's podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, folks.
If you made it this far, say what do they type in the comments?
Uh, oh dang, hold up, wait. We have to think of something good. Uh, if you made it this far, tell us what game you want to win Game of the Year.
And tell us why Ahmed is wrong. Okay, bye.